Hey everybody, Nick Ponte here. In today's video, I'm going to be revealing one of the easiest methods that I know of to make money online. And whether you are a beginner or you are advanced, this is one of my favorite money magnets. It's called the already done method. And remember, we have been talking about ways that DeepSeek has told us to start making some money online, starting a side hustle, using AI. So that's exactly what this video is. Over the last 30 days, we've generated about $66,000 in revenue using these types of tactics. Now, not all this revenue is from this specific method, the already done method, but the already done method is our way to get the foot in the door and get a few $1,000s. And then now we have the opportunity to turn those prospects into paying subscription-based clients. And so what I can say is that the revenue that you see on the screen from Mino Marketing is all from client work. It's nothing to do with making money online, teaching people, course creation or any of that stuff. Now, with that being said, these tactics are what have allowed us to become recognized as the second fastest growing business in Hawaii. This was last year, we recognized Pacific Business News. Now, in this video today, I'm super excited to be sharing the already done method with you. I'm going to be giving you everything from the beginning to the end, from how to find somebody to pay you, how to use this golden email template to actually do your prospecting so that you can bring in this person using cold email to actually start paying you. And then I'm going to share with you the software tool that we use to deliver this service. And you're going to get all this for free. I'm not here to sell you anything on this video. Everything that I'm doing here today is value-based. In fact, I'm actually going to give you that golden email template that you see on the screen, plus my 4-part AI fast track training. And this is a 4-part series where Tom and I will give you more step-by-step instruction, accountability, mentorship to take the things that we're talking about here and turning them into a real business. And how do I know that this works? Well, if you go to our Facebook group, offlinesharks.com, and you search the hashtag win, there's 17,000 other members here. You search the hashtag win, you will see people that are regularly, just like Donna, that are crushing it, signing up new clients, $3,500 a month, using software as a service, selling $600 a month, Mr. Belaney following the AI Profit Center training to get his first client. So if you want that 4-part AI Fast Track series, the golden email template, and 30 days to the best AI software tool I know out there, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment below in the comments, and I will send it over to you absolutely free. And so all I really want for you in this video at the end of it is to see you be successful. I want to see you go to the Facebook group and be just like Norm here, who posted a win having 3 more $1,200 Google Business Maps optimization clients. Now, one of the things that we teach is Google Business, Maps, SEO, and we outsource that work. We actually don't do that work ourselves. But the main thing is, in order to get $1,200 per month clients, you have to get your foot in the door. You have to find those types of businesses that are going to be able to pay you. So that's what this video is all about. We're going to talk about the already done method. Now, the already done method works really, really well because it's already done. And when you're doing your prospecting, people have this problem, we have a solution, and our solution is ready to go. And because it's ready to go, people are much more likely to pay you. So to break down what we are doing, we're gonna go to Google, we're gonna find people that have a problem. This problem is that they don't have a website. Most people know if they don't have a website, they probably should have a website. Now, for those of you that are watching, maybe you don't know how to build a website. It's okay. I'm going to show you the tool that we use to create websites literally in the snap of a second for almost any industry that you want. It's included, this tool, in the 30-day free trial that I'm giving you, so you can create one yourself. You can go out and get your first client and probably your second and third before the trial is even up. And then, you can afford to keep that software tool. But the main thing is you collect some money right now while you're following this training. So you find someone who is problem aware. I'm going to show you how to do it. Super easy. We use the email template to let them know I have a solution to your problem. And then we collect the money. And it's that simple. And once you break it down in that way, making money online and having success becomes so much less stressful. There's so much less anxiety because now you know something that works. I've already shown you other people in our community that have sold these types of things. Because you know that you're doing something that works, it really just comes down to your ability to do outreach, hit your numbers, send these emails, find these people that have this problem and offer the solution. And a lot of people in our community that have no experience, they just break it down to like, all right, I need to find 10 people today or 20 people or 30 people, send this many emails. And I know that if I do it that many times, I will at least get 1 to 2 new paying customers. And so let's go into Google right now and find people that have no website. Now, it's important to know that when you're prospecting, you want to sell stuff to people that have money. You know, it's difficult to prospect. That word prospect is finding and building potential customers is what I'm going to refer to it as. That you want to be talking to the right people. You know, you don't want to waste your time talking to somebody that doesn't have any money, right? So let's find the people that have money. Most people that are business owners, they have money to invest. Now, if I go to Google and I type in roofer, Santan Valley, Arizona. You want to look for the smaller towns. What I don't recommend you do is you go to New York City and you try to find roofers in New York City. It's super saturated. It's super competitive. That's where people get this wrong. They think like, oh, I'm going to go to the biggest place and have the most success. What I recommend is you go further out. You go further out. You go to the little towns. You know, I'm located in Hawaii, so I have to go to like different islands and I have to go outside of like the main area here. But if I were in the United States, the greater United States or Canada, I would just go into areas like Santan Valley in Arizona. Most people have never even heard of this place. You know, you can open up maps and find a little suburb and go there. Now, all you have to do is do that search, head over to the maps section. So you click maps at the top, and there's so much great information for your prospecting here that you can use to get a client. Now, a lot of these at the top will be ads, but as you scroll down, you'll find just the organic listings on maps. Now you can see there's a lot of information here. You have the name, you have the address, you have the phone number, you have the review score. You can click on the website. And the beautiful thing about this is as you scroll down, you'll find people that do not have websites. A to Z, American Construction, does not have a website. How crazy is that? Now you can follow this method in any niche, right? You don't have to just use roofing. You can do med spas, pet groomers, dog sitters, landscapers, tree trimmers, whatever you want. A lot of people in our community, they're following all the different industries. What I recommend when it comes to picking an industry is that you just do one that you're familiar with. You know, start out that way. Me, I used to be a mechanic, so a lot of the times I like to prospect for automotive shops because that's what I'm familiar with. I know how to speak the language. When I send an email to an automotive shop, I know that they're looking for service appointments. You know, they're looking for oil changes, brake jobs. And so when I send an email, I can say something like, hey, would you guys be interested in getting 300 new brake jobs this month? It sounds a lot more targeted to them rather than just 300 more clients this month. That sounds more like spammy. It sounds more specific to this industry, and they call that speaking in the same vernacular as this business. It's a big word. I learned that one. So A to Z American Construction, they don't even have a website. You know, if I keep scrolling, Roofing Solutions and Concepts Inc., they got 5 reviews, but they don't have a website either. Tim's Roofing Services LLC. Man, that's great. I could probably call this number right now and I could say, hey, is Tim there? I could send him an email and say, hey, Tim, it's Nick. And we almost have this, you know, personal relationship because his name is right there. I might just go with that one, honestly. So Tim doesn't have a website. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the golden email template, and this is called our already done method. But the power that you have here is just by liquidating this website that we're going to have built in seconds. So this email is going to go out. It's going to say, hey, I built this website for a roofer, letting it go for $1,000. And you're going to go, hey, Tim, now that I know his first name, right? I was checking out roofing companies in, and I enter this template. Remember, if you want this template, comment yes below and subscribe to this channel. Of course, extra bonus points, share this stream with somebody that you know that is interested in making money online with AI, then great. That would be super helpful to me. It helps me grow the channel, which is something that I'm putting more of an emphasis on right now. So anyway, you're gonna get this email and the template and the 4-part fast track training. So this email, hey Tim, I was checking out roofing companies in Santan Valley, and I noticed you don't have a website. I get it, you're busy running your business, and building a website from scratch is a hassle, not to mention expensive. Here's the deal. I recently built a professional roofing website for a client, but they ended up going a different direction. Normally, I sell these for $3,000, but since it's already done, I'm just looking to liquidate it for $1,000. One time, no hidden fees. It's designed to bring in leads, looks great on mobile, and I can have it up and running for you in 48 hours. I would probably just add more or less. If you want to see what it looks like, hit reply or text me and then I put my phone number in, and I'll send over the details. First roofer to grab it gets it. And you know, I would probably even just put a link. Here's the site, right? www.timsroofing.com. You don't have to use an actual purchase domain. You can use a demo domain, and I'm going to show you that in the actual AI software tool that we use. Now with this email, right? Remember, for those of you that are just tuning in, and I see Joy Field is here, Dennis King is here, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat in the comments, and if there's anybody else here. That I haven't done a lot of these streams, so appreciate your support. Tim's roofing service, we've already identified he doesn't have a website. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build him a website and use this liquidation model to get him a website. So now that you've seen the template, the outreach, right? I wanted to show you this first before we show you how to actually set up the site, so you know what we're doing. You can see how this could be very targeted to Tim and how it would make sense. You know, normally it's $3,000. He's going to feel like he's getting a deal at $1,000. We could solve this problem very quickly within 48 hours if he wants it. I also say first roofer to grab it gets it, meaning there's competition, there's some urgency for him to respond to this. And then we give him the example of the website. Now that I'm going to show you the website, you're going to see how all this fits together and why it makes so much sense for Tim to just say, oh yeah, I could finally solve this problem for $1,000. Let's make it happen, Nick. Let's do it. So I'm going to head over to the software tool that we use. It's called High Level. Remember, I give you a 30-day free trial to this tool. All you have to do is comment yes, and I'll send that over to you in addition to the email template. And once you log in, you have this site section on the left, and you can create as many websites as you want. I'm already here. There's a lot of other things that you can do with this. We talk about ways to get clients using these other things in the AI Fast Track 4-part series. But for this video, we're just going to stick to the websites. And so I want to show you how fast I can get a website up for any industry using this tool. So I just hit new website. I can start a website from blank if I want, or I can jump over to the template section. There's over 1,000 templates. I think there's a lot more than 1,000 templates actually. I hit continue. And then in any industry, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. Not sure why my mic is dropping on me a little bit. You can see we have marketing agencies, life coaching, gyms, travel bureau, cleaning companies, real estate agents, car detailing. That's a good one. Actually, pro tip, this industry that we've been seeing people have a lot of success with is window tinting. If you had found somebody that doesn't have a window tinting website, this would be a great one to this method, the already done method, would be great to bring them in. So I'm looking for roofing. So I'm going to search roofing. Boom. I've got 5 opportunities here. Roofing repairs and installations, roofing services, roofing, all service, roofing solutions. So I'm going to check this one, all roofing services. That looks kind of cool. So I hit the little eyeball. It's going to give me a preview of what this website's going to look like. I like it. I always like the websites that have the big image at the top of the page, very clean. What I want to do is I want to make a logo for Tim and put it there and make it say Tim's Roofing Services, so he knows it's for him. You know, when I set this website up for him and he goes there, he's going to say, wow, it's already done. This is ready to go. That's why this method works so well. It's called the already done method. I like this section. It shows the different types of roofing that they do: flat roofing, tile roofing, metal roofing. And by the way, this is all drag and drop Very easy to use this website builder. You don't have to be a website coder to do this. So that one looks pretty cool. I'm gonna look at one more just to get a better idea of what's out there. Let's go for the first one. Trustworthy roofing, simplified roofing, get a free quote now. Nice. Let us assist with your roofing repair replacement. You know, this one to me looks a little cleaner. I like this section with the 3 pieces. Got a FAQ, popular questions. That's always helpful to get people interested if they're looking to hire a roofer, right? How soon can you start working on my project? I love that there's some demo content here. I remember back in the day, I would have to build websites myself, or I'd have to outsource those websites to people. And then I'd have to have the content written. And now we just use AI to write the content. So I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna hit continue. And you can see that the tool is creating the website, which this is so awesome. I hope you guys are excited. Kevin Hawthorne says, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Good evening, Kevin. What time is it over there? It's 12 o'clock noon here in Maui. I actually have a meeting with my operations manager right now, but I asked him if we could delay the meeting by 10 minutes so I could finish this video. We're almost done though. So look at this. We have this video, or we have this roofing website ready to go. It's very simple. If I wanted to change this to Tim's, what was the business name? Tim's Roofing Services, LLC. So what I recommend here is that when you are building these websites to liquidate, since it's so easy to set this up, you just want to spend a little time customizing it. Tim's, what did I say? Tim's Roofing Services, LLC. Tim's Roofing Services, LLC. You might even want to use the bigger one just to make it. Get a free quote. We might even use Tim's number, you know, 480-738-3888. You know, it doesn't hurt to make it as personalized as you possibly can. And I'm telling you, a lot of people that we teach how to get customers and make money online, we teach an approach where it's about quality rather than quantity. You know, how many people here think that you need to send out thousands of emails or make thousands of calls to actually get a paying customer? I'm here to tell you that I don't want to do that, and you shouldn't want to do that either. What I would recommend is you spend more time creating higher quality prospecting. And what I mean by that is this, exactly this. We find somebody who has a problem. We create a very targeted email using our template here that I'm going to give you, and this tool to set up a very targeted website. So when Tim gets here, he knows it's for him. You know, he sees his phone number on here. He knows that it can be set up very quickly. Top roofing contractors in, we put his location in there, right? San Tan Valley, AZ. And so I'm not going to go through this entire website and customize all this information, but you can see very quickly how you could get it set up, right? I might even just delete this logo image and just write the text, Tim's Roofing Service, as a temporary logo. You could also go to any AI logo maker. Just go to Google, AI logo maker, go to Canva, use Canva to create a logo for Tim, or yeah, just go to Canva and create a logo for Tim, upload it, and then save it and publish it. And if you want to add a domain, if you have a domain, you can. You don't have to. You can just use this temporary domain that they give you. So I just click the eyeball, and then I save it. And now I can see the website is live. So when it comes to sending that email to Tim's Roofing Services, all I have to do is send him a link. Here's the site. Hope you like it. Let me get my apostrophe in there. And I'll add a link. Boom. And then I'll send it over to him, right? This method, it works so well because, again, he knows he has the problem and he knows that he should fix it but he just hasn't had the time. You know, every business owner knows they need a website. If nothing else, just a business card type website. Now, some of you might be wanting to know, well, how do I do this at scale? You know, and I'm just going to kind of scratch the surface for you here, because this is actually more of what we talk about in the 4-part AI fast track training. But if you like what you've gotten so far to this video, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, comment yes below, so I can give you the golden email template and the 4-part AI fast track training. But let's just say that you wanted to do this, you wanted to really crank things up and build a full-time business out of this. Well, you could use a tool like Apollo.io. Apollo.io is an AI tool that allows you to go out there and do this part, looking for roofers that don't have websites, by just pressing a few buttons. You get their email, you get their phone number, and then you can start just dripping out emails like this. Again, I recommend higher quality than quantity, but you can still do your prospecting. And I'm not affiliated with Apollo, by the way. I'm not trying to sell them or anything like that. I'm just sharing some value in tools that work that you could use to make things easier. Now, remember, everything that I've shared here with you guys, I've already done myself, and I'm also doing. You know, my agency, over the last 30 days, we've collected $66,000 in revenue. If I go to my report section, this is my Square account. We actually have QuickBooks too. You know, we've generated probably closer to $150,000 in revenue last 30 days, but I'm not really trying to brag about the numbers that we are doing, because that doesn't matter. You know, what matters is you learn a method that actually works, rather than following methods from people that have no business teaching you how to do stuff. A lot of people just create courses and products online, but they don't actually do those things themselves. And so for me, it's really important to do what's actually working right now. And so, you know, today we've already collected $2,000, actually $2,100 in revenue. And this is from my team kind of working behind the scenes, helping me do this stuff. But the end goal for this, everybody, is not for you to just be out there selling one-off websites all the time. The amazing, most exciting thing comes from after you have 2 or 3 people that you have sold these websites to using the already done method. Now you get to offer them some subscription-based services where you get paid month after month. And that is really what the AI fast track training is all about. So if that is something that you are interested in, I've talked about it a few times now in this video, go ahead, like this video, subscribe, comment yes below. I'll send you the link and you can sign up. It's free. We give you 30 days of a free trial of a software tool, the one that I use to build this website. And you can be like one of the members, one of the many members in our community who are regularly posting wins just like this. So if you have any question whether or not the information and the stuff that I share, if it works, just go join this Facebook group. It's totally free. The link is offlinesharks.com/Facebook. You go to that link, you can go there. It's free. You can see what other people are actually doing. These are all, look, Scott Meisner says, I couldn't have come this far without the help guidance from Bob, Tom, Nick, myself, and this group. This is our direct mail method that we use. So, you know, our company is really all about finding unique foot in the door methods to get clients. And now with the explosion of AI, it has become easier than ever before. So I'm excited to welcome you into the community. If you're a new member, if you're an existing member, welcome back. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Aloha, everybody.